Are we live? Are we live? I think we're live. What is up, everybody? Today's the day. We're here watching the Oscars. Now, it's not live yet. They're doing the red carpet thing right now. But if you notice on the screen, I have my Oscar ballot filled out right over here. If you watched an episode of MovieTime this past week, you see that me and the Wolf went ahead and filled out our Oscar ballots. But if you notice that the Wolf is not here, well, unfortunately, the Wolf has come down with something called the vid. We were supposed to have an Oscar watch-along party at his place, and unfortunately, because of that, that fell through. But you know what? I'm still here. I'm still repping the MovieTime duo. So hopefully you are joining me and having fun while we watch this stream together, while we watch the broadcast together. So, like I said, they are doing the red carpet right now, and it's been kind of cringy at the moment. So, but in a ceremony that's not being broadcast, as if they needed to do anything worse with this broadcast. If you didn't know, they decided to present 8 awards previous to the main show, and they took out 8 categories so that they could, in hopes to decrease the length of the broadcast. Now, I don't know if that's going to work or not, but we'll see. So 8 awards have already been announced, and that's why you see down below my score is already 7. Now, if you notice that this is the scoring structure that I'm going through, and hopefully the Wolf is going through as well, as he's monitoring his ballot from home. But I'm already up 7 out of 8. So all the categories are all considered to be 1 point. And those that were announced, I'll read them off to you right now. So Best Sound did go to Dune. That was my selection in my ballot. So Dune won Best Sound there. Best Documentary Short went to The Queen of Basketball. Again, that's 1 point for me. I was able to put that down on my sheet. Best Animated Short Film. Now, this is the one that I missed because a lot of the chatter was going to Robin, but The Windshield Wiper won. Now, full disclosure, I didn't watch any of these animated short films. I didn't watch any of the live action short films. I didn't watch a lot of the documentaries except for a handful of them. So I was, for those that I wasn't too familiar with, I was going off of what the chatter was and what everyone was really talking most about online. So Best Live Action Short went to The Long Goodbye, which is what I have on my ballot. Best Original Score went to Dune. So Hans Zimmer has now his 2nd Oscar, which is awesome. I'm so happy about that. Best Film Editing went to Dune. Like I guessed during my ballot episode, I said that Dune was going to clean up in a lot of these small categories because that was the way that they were going to get nods to the achievement that they did with that movie last year. So Best Production Design went to Dune as well. So as you could see, Dune has been pretty much cleaning up a lot of these small categories, which is great. It's phenomenal. And Best Makeup and Hairstyling went to The Eyes of Tammy Faye. I knew that was going to happen. Again, I only watched that movie about like a week ago. And normally I probably would have said something like House of Gucci or maybe even Dune. But the way that Jessica Chastain's portrayal of Tammy Faye, the way that they portrayed her on screen, the many changes that she went through the decades, I thought it was phenomenal. Yes, we joke about how Andrew Garfield looked kind of, comical. As Blake the Wolf would say, he looked like something that you would see on an SNL skit. But I figured that they would not pay so much attention to that, but pay attention to Jessica Chastain's portrayal of Tammy Faye because she's the main character there. So I'm really, really thrilled that she won, that they won that category. So yeah, all of those 8 categories have already been awarded, and I heard that they're going to be splicing in some of those presentations within the live broadcast. So we will see at least some of them maybe acceptance speeches. I'm not sure how they're going to do that. It's a bit of a shame, though, because I do feel like these are the categories that really need that attention. These are the ones that really should have had their share of the spotlight in the broadcast, because these are the ones that this could mean a lot for these people involved in these categories. You know, they could go off and get more jobs and more recognition and be involved in more projects. So it's really, really unfortunate that, you know, that couldn't happen for them. And I know there was a lot of controversy about that leading to tonight's broadcast. So I don't know if that's ever going to change. But there's definitely a lot of backlash about that decision. So much so that I heard that it was reported that some voting members have actually quit and left that body because of that poor decision to nix these categories from the broadcast. So, but yeah, so very, very excited. If you don't know already, and if you're new to this, I am Renee. My co-host for Movie Time with Geek and the Wolf is Blake Wolf, but he is currently at home, you know, being by himself and quarantining because unfortunately he came down with the vid. So, but stay tuned to the channel because we are going to do a recap of tonight's broadcast, go over our final ballots and see, you know, who came out on top. I have a feeling that I'm probably going to be the one to win, but we'll see. That has yet to be determined. But yeah, I'm really, really excited. And again, really, really thankful for those of you who are tuning in and watching along with me. So do bear with me because, again, I am going off of the broadcast here and not a whole lot of action yet, really. Again, they're just going through the red carpet, which is sometimes painful to watch. But I'm curious, those of you who are watching now, what categories are you looking forward to? Who are you looking to really walk away with the golden statue? I know this is for movie lovers, this is a great time of year for a lot of people. And I'm really, really excited myself. So we shall see what happens. All right. So right now there's a bunch of commercials. You know, so again, the original plan here was we were going to have this live stream directly from Blake's place, The Wolf. And we were, you know, I had something in mind. I thought we were going to do some Oscar bingo, which is a lot of fun to do in a party setting. And of course, the squares would have been based off of, well, who gives like a long speech, or you know, who's going to mention something political first. If a certain nominee was awarded, you know, who gets played off. You know, like the first person to get played off and stuff like that. So. That would have been a lot of fun. Well, you know, we'll save that. Hopefully, we could do that again for the following year, next year, and see what happens there. I just want to make sure, because again, this was like really done last minute, so I don't really have a good setup here. But I am slowly. I just want to make sure that in case. I have an opportunity to read any comments that may be coming in. So just give me one moment as I try to pull that up. Penelope Cruz is on screen right now. Everyone's looking fabulous, by the way. I'm loving the dresses and, you know, the suits. Everyone's all decked out. So that's always a lot of fun to see. Let's see here. Let me see if there's a way to pull this up. All right. Exciting, exciting. Four and a half months. All right. And also, you know, for those of you watching, if you're having issues like hearing me, please let me know. Again, this was all done up last minute. All right. Look, I got the chat up. Cool. Ooh, Denzel is on the screen right now. That's a lot of fun. All right, so we're counting down about 6 minutes now before the big show. So right now they're talking about obviously Macbeth. That was shown and accessible through Apple Plus, Apple TV Plus. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend that you watch that movie because it was visually stunning. And Denzel is Denzel. You know, I think he did a phenomenal job in portraying his character there, Macbeth. Now, they're inside the Dolby Theater getting ready for the big show. Oh, and Rachel Zegler, again, another controversy leading to the show. So the controversy there is that Rachel Zegler was not invited to attend the Oscars. Believe it or not, you have to be invited to actually be part of the audience. Even if you were part of a movie, you have to be invited. And she was not. So what they did is that they corrected that because of the backlash after she posted it on Twitter that she wasn't invited. And now she's a presenter this year. So that was their course correction there. But, you know, it's kind of weird because West Side Story is, you know, nominated for Best Picture, and, you know, Steven Spielberg is nominated for directing. And to not have one of the main leads there at the show, I thought that was such a travesty, such a poor move on the Oscars part. And I got my red cup. Guess what's in the red cup? That's the game we'll play today, because that would be fun. Commercials. So again, let's review. So like I said, already 8 categories have been awarded, announced prior. And that was production design, which went to Dune, animated short film that went to The Windshield Wiper, live action short film that went to The Long Goodbye. You have sound that went to Dune. Makeup and hairstyling went to The Eyes of Tammy Faye. You have what else was already announced? I think that was basically it. Let me read them one more time. So yeah, best sound went to Dune. Best documentary short went to The Queen of Basketball. Animated short film went to The Windshield Wiper. Best live action short film went to The Long Goodbye. Best original score went to Dune. So again, so happy about that because that means Hans Zimmer now has 2 Oscars under his belt. Well deserved there. Best film editing went to Dune as well. Best production design went to Dune, and the makeup and hairstyle went to The Eyes of Tammy Faye. So kind of like what I predicted that Dune was going to run away with a lot of these small categories. That's their way of, you know, not giving them that nod for the accomplishment that they had for putting that film out last year, which was phenomenal. Because other than that, I don't see Dune winning any of the major categories this year. I think the competition is just really stacked. And I think if it was given, if it was any other year that was like a normal non-pandemic year where so many things were pushed back because of delays and because of the pandemic and all that stuff like that, I do think Dune could have had a shot if it didn't have to go up against such powerhouse movies that came out. So pretty unfortunate there. So let's see. Again, bear with me. I have so many things going on right now. I just want to make sure. What's going on, Fuzz Aldrin? We're watching the Oscars, which are about to start in about under a minute now. So, really excited for that. Again, I do apologize. My co-host of Movie Time, the Wolf, Blake Wolf, is not able to join. He unfortunately has the vid, so he's quarantining at home. But we did mention and we talked and we said we are going to do a recap of tonight's broadcast, which hopefully will go live on the channel sometime tomorrow. So do stay tuned, and then we'll get a chance to finally compare our ballots to see how we fared in our predictions. I do think I'm going to be the top winner, but we shall see. I'm sure much to his delight. So, still waiting for this ceremony to start, which should be any minute now. But again, the running game I'm playing with everyone is guess what's in the red cup. Hint, it is alcoholic. So, who knows? You might be seeing me deter in quality as the night goes on. So, that could be a lot of fun for a lot of people. But to counter that, I do also have my little thermos full of bulletproof coffee. Have I mentioned bulletproof coffee before? Well, if you've seen some of my videos, you will know that bulletproof coffee, I'm a huge fan. So if you want 15% off an order of bulletproof coffee, if you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend it. Check out the link in the description of this video. The reason why I love bulletproof coffee so much is because it's clean coffee. You don't get that acidic feeling. It doesn't really mess with your stomach. They really do a good job at really cleansing the beans before it lands in your hands, ready to consume. So, really good stuff there. Oop, we're starting. Oh, they got Venus and Serena starting things off. All right. Where's Jane Campion? Is she going to make another comment in the back? They are not shy, to say the least, in showing off some assets. I will say that. Ooh, they're starting off the show with Beyonce. Now that is because she is nominated for song. If you look here, original song for "Be Alive." So, all right. I don't know if okay. Right now they're showing some stuff. It looks like it's pre-taped, or maybe right. It looks like it's right outside of a tennis court. Ooh, everything's yellow, greenish yellow. Now, some controversy here between Blake and I. I'm guessing my prediction is that No Time to Die by Billie Eilish will win this category. But you can't ignore the fact that Beyonce, powerhouse, so it'll be interesting to see what the votes will dictate. Oscars. Oh, I will say Beyonce is looking mighty fine. Queen Bee, the Bay. Again, I'm assuming this is live. It just looks very produced. but I do love the fact that everyone looks amazing in their kind of greenish yellow. What color is that? Lime? It's a little lighter than lime. So obviously she's singing the song Be Alive that is attached to the movie King Richard. I don't think King Richard's going to really get much nods during this this awards except for Will Smith. I'm really really rooting for Will Smith to walk away with his first Oscar. And I really hope that does happen because it's well deserved. And it will give him the opportunity to say that if he gets nominated again, he might get himself the next two. That's a little nod to what he says in the movie. I know it's a little corny, but I like it. So they are outside. They're outdoors right now as Beyonce is putting on this really, really nice performance here. Again, everyone looks fabulous in their dresses and their suits. They're on a tennis court. You could tell that this is definitely something that they are hoping. Look, the whole thing that they're really planning to do with this year's broadcast is to really attract younger viewers. I don't know how successful they're going to be because, again, I feel like unless you're really like a huge movie fan, then the Oscars don't mean a thing to you. Hence, one of the reasons why they nixed 8 categories that they feel probably helped drag the whole broadcast, which I disagree with. But Beyonce's doing her thing. I say she's looking fab right now. So again, for any of you watching, when it comes to original song, let me know in the comments who you think is going to walk away with the win here, or who would you want to win. I think a lot of people are expecting Encanto to win, but we'll see. All right, good job, Beyonce. I think they're actually in Compton. That's what it looks like. I think they were broadcasting live from Compton for that performance. Pretty cool. Oh, and here are the hosts. You got Amy Schumer. What's that? Oh, DJ Khaled. See, this is what I didn't want. I didn't want there to be all this hokey comedy. See, if they wanted this show to move quicker, don't do this shit. All right, you got the 3 ladies. Ha ha ha. Yes, women power. Nice to see Wanda Sykes on TV. I honestly think Wanda Sykes is probably the funniest of this three. But it is kind of interesting to see how they decided to choose these three to host, to be the main host. Oh, poor J.K. Simmons. Oh, okay. If you're watching, this is painful. Nice joke at Jared Leto there for his House of Gucci. Oh, that's awesome. I love that they made a mention to Space Jam 2, which is Blake the Wolf's favorite movie of last year. Oh, there's Jane Campion. All right. Can they end this, please? I'm done with the comedy for the rest of the night. So far, this opening monologue is forcing me to drink. That's right. You own it, Sam. See, that's messed up. Why can't we see that acceptance live? It would have been great to see, Sam Jackson with his speech as he's accepting that award. See, see, at least Wanda Sykes is funny. She's actually really funny. Like the other two. All right, does that count as the first political mention? The whole Florida gay thing. I say we count that. So I'm gonna drink to that. So I'm gonna drink every time there's anything political mentioned throughout the show. How about that? I'll play that game. I guess they couldn't have Questlove DJ tonight because he's actually nominated for documentary. All right, right now they're going through a list of all the presenters. Why is Tony Hawk a presenter? That's what I want to know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Tony Hawk, but why is he a presenter? I mean, is it because of his small appearance in Jackass Forever? Kelly Slater. Oh, I can't wait for John Travolta to present because I really want to see if he messes up someone's name again. Yay, we get more Amy Schumer. Awesome. Ha ha ha. I'm curious, those of you watching, what are your thoughts on Amy Schumer? I never found her funny. Maybe that's just me. See, already now we're like what? 17 minutes in, and I find this broadcast to be really painful compared to last year. Did she just say Encanto? Encanto? The way she said Encanto sounded weird. Jada rocking the bald head, huh? The shaved head? Incest joke, haha. Is Leo there? I don't even know if Leo DiCaprio's there. There's Adam McKay. Oh, a shot at J-Lo. Another shot at Leo for and his dating prowess. Oh God, this is taking forever. I think last year by this time we've already went through 2 awards. I feel like okay. The comedy and the room work that she's doing right now is really just for those attending. I highly question if any of these jokes are gelling with the audience watching on TV or streaming it right now, because these jokes are painful. Extremely, extremely painful. Now Daniel Kaluuya. Kaluuya. I always mess up his name, but I love him as an actor. Can't wait for Dope. Not Dope. Nope. Right. Judas and the Black Messiah. Great movie if you haven't seen it. What category are they going for now? Oh, actress in a supporting role. Let's get it. So, on my ballot for actress in a supporting role, I do have Ariana DeBose to walk away with this. So, I'm pretty confident. Although Jessie Buckley did give an amazing performance in The Lost Daughter there. Judi Dench. Let's talk about Judi Dench, shall we? Why is she nominated? For what? Just for legacy's sakes? She maybe had what? 5 lines max in Belfast? Yeah, Kirsten Dunst, that's another one. Again, if you watch the episode where Blake and I went through the nominees, I was really happy with her nomination because I love comeback stories. You know, Kirsten Dunst kind of took a seat back a little bit as far as like major roles and acting is concerned. But to see her like get recognized for Power of the Dog, I thought it was brilliant. And Anjanou Ellis, I know this is Blake's favorite. He really wants her to win this category. And I don't disagree. I mean, she did an amazing job. Great 1-2 combination with Will Smith and King Richard. Really, really helped with the heart of the movie there. Ariana DeBose, there you go. As predicted by me and by many others. All right, that puts me up to 10, folks. That's right. Really, really happy for her. I really hope this opens the door for more stuff for her because she's primarily a stage performer, like a musical stage performer. So I really would love to see her in more stuff. And the fact that she won playing the same role that Rita Moreno won when she was in West Side Story. And there she is on the screen right now. That's brilliant. I'm so happy for her. Yeah, big up Rita. This closes out a very successful award season for Ariana. Like she really cleaned up a lot. I think she did a really good job for her recognition for the performance she did in West Side Story. So really, really happy for her. Great speech. Nice. Great speech. Not too long, but very meaningful and impactful. Good message, too. All right, there you go. It took like what 20 over 20 minutes for the first award to be awarded, and they want this broadcast to be shorter. They're not doing a great job so far. Like I said, a lot of the filler, a lot of the comedy has been very, very cringy. Not a huge fan. So far, I think last year's broadcast was definitely much better and flowed a little bit better. All right, we're at commercial right now, but yeah. So again, if you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. Thank you for watching. I'm sure most of you are new. I am Renee, my co-host for a podcast that we do called Movie Time with Geek and the Wolf. Blake Wolf is not able to join me right now because unfortunately he came down with the vid. So he's currently quarantining at home. We were supposed to do this live watch along with all of you guys. So, but he's doing well. And we talked, and we're going to make sure that we do a nice recap episode after the show is done. And stay tuned to the channels because hopefully that can go live sometime tomorrow. So you could hear about our thoughts of the broadcast, the winners, compare our ballots together and all that, see who came out on top. But yeah, he's been texting me throughout so far. So he's definitely doing much better. So really, really hope he recovers soon. But yeah, we originally had this plan that we were going to do like this watch-along party and then play some Oscar bingo and all that. So right now, when I'm playing with all of you guys, first of all, I have a red cup. Hopefully you're drinking too. It's rude to let someone drink alone. So grab a drink, do something. But guess what's in my red cup? Again, hint, it is alcoholic. So guess that I'm only taking drinks anytime something political is mentioned or when someone gets played off, like once they start playing off the playoff music. So you will see me take a sip off of my red cup drink whenever that happens. We're getting a nice commercial for Moon Knight with some scenes I haven't seen before. So I'm very excited for that show. I don't know if you guys are as well, you guys and gals. So I got my ballot. I got my ballot on this side that we'll be reviewing. As you could see, the scoring system that we are going with is right above me. 5 points for Best Picture. All the acting categories will be 3 points. Directing will be 3 points. And all other categories are 1 point. So far, my score is 10. The reason being it's already so high is because they already announced 8 categories, the winners of 8 categories prior to the broadcast, which was the big controversy of this year. Basically removing these smaller categories from the main broadcast, which I think is just wrong. Because these are the categories that I think really go far for a lot of people involved. So it's very, very unfortunate. But I got 7 out of the 8. And then now I just got supporting actress. So that's why my score is at 10 right now. So really happy. Oh, we're back live. All right, cool. Oh, I see. So they're going to spread out the Best Picture nominees throughout the broadcast, leading to the announcement of who wins. So right now they are showing Belfast. So again, if you watched a previous episode of Movie Time where we reviewed Belfast, we reviewed the nomination for Belfast. Good movie, real good movie. But I wouldn't say it was like my top 10 from last year. But good movie for sure. Got Regina Hall back. Oh yes, how nice to do a COVID joke. So the joke is these are the people who they've lost their COVID test backstage. So you got Bradley Cooper, Timothy Chalamet, Simileo. Oh, Tyler Perry, Will Smith. Okay, already this joke has gone too far, like too long. All right, let's talk about Timothy Chalamet's outfit right now. I mean, this dude, kudos to him, man. Looking fabulous, looking like a like a Spanish bullfighter, but in black with his little conquistador-like top, but with no inside shirt. All right, pandemic joke, too long. All right. I'm so curious what's going on through the minds of these guys on stage right now because they're just like, what are we doing here? Oh, we got Jason Momoa and Josh Brolin, the Dune actors, presenting the next award here. Okay, now Regina Hall is just touching Brolin, doing a COVID pat down. Oh, you know she's gonna take her time with Momoa. Kevin Costner looks very pleased right about now. He's like, when are we gonna drink? All right, so now they're going through the sound category again. This was already awarded. So I'm curious how they're going to. They're running through the nominees right now. So Belfast, Dune, No Time to Die, Power of the Dog, West Side Story. Again, we already know these nominees here. Oh, interesting. Wow, they just spliced it in. They kind of, that's so interesting how they did that. So basically, what happened is that they had, during the live broadcast, the real actual live broadcast, they had two presenters announce the nominees for this category, but they just spliced in the acceptance speech from the separate ceremony that they did an hour before the broadcast. And they made it look as if it was very seamless. Not even mentioning that this was already previously recorded. Wow, that's so interesting. Wait a minute. White Man Can't Jump is 30 years old? Wow. That's why they're there. Okay. Oh, that's cool. You got Rosie Perez, Woody Harrelson, and Wesley Snipes. Wow. Come on, do a sequel. We're going to announce it right now. White Man Can't Jump 2. Lost Legacy or something. That'll be the Space Jam 2 of 2023. Yeah, Wesley looks good, man. He looks fit. You think he's getting himself in shape for a possible reappearance as Blade with Mahershala Ali? Maybe. It's funny how Rosie still sounds like Rosie. I love that. Listen to the woman, that's right. Oh, we got the cinematography category. All right, cool. So, according to my ballot right here for cinematography, I have, let's see. So, I did select Power of the Dog for this one. Going to be really interesting to see who's going to walk away with this category. I mean, all the nominees are well deserved, so. Nice job, Woody. Oh, Dune wins cinematography. Wow. There you go. All right. Hey, what's going on, Ashley Parton? Is it Partin or Partin? Ashley. I'll just say Ash. What's going on, Ash? Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, Dune wins cinematography. That kind of surprises me because I feel like a lot of people were expecting The Power of the Dog to win this category. My personal choice would have been Nightmare Alley, but again, all the categories here, all the nominees are well deserving of this category, but good for Denny. I'm happy. I did predict that Dune was potentially going to run away with a lot of these small categories because I don't see them winning any of the major categories, especially Best Picture. But so far, I've been pretty accurate about that. But cinematography, I missed out on that one, huh? I really, really did think Power of the Dog was going to win. So, but I'm happy for Dune. Good job, Dune. Ash, I appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much. I'm glad you love the channel. Hopefully you're subscribed. Again, apologies. This whole watch along was supposed to be with myself and the Wolf, Blake Wolf, as part of the Movie Time podcast, but he unfortunately came down with the vid a couple of days ago, so he is quarantining right now at home. He's doing well because he's been texting me throughout the evening, so we did talk, and we are going to make sure that we do a recap episode of the broadcast of the Oscars here that will hopefully go live either tomorrow on Monday, sometime Monday or Tuesday. But I'm definitely going to aim for Monday for sure because it will be great to get our thoughts out there and compare our ballots to see who's going to win overall. You could see my ballot on the screen right here, the scoring system that we're using above me, and my current score down below. So I just missed out on that cinematography, and I missed out on animated short, which went to the windshield wiper, which I was not expecting. I thought that was going to go to Robin and Robin. But Ash, I hope you're having a fun evening so far, or I don't know where you're hailing from. But again, thank you for joining and tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. What are you looking forward to the show? Kevin, what's going on, Kevin? Warner Brothers wins 5 Oscars. Disney won 2. Yes. Yes, if you are counting the Dune wins so far, you are correct. It's been interesting so far. I've only missed out on two categories. I missed out on as far as my predictions are concerned, but it's been Dune has been running away with a lot of categories here. So I do feel like that's going to be their strength tonight, is these small categories, which I'm really, really pretty happy for. Like, I'm happy for them because that is their recognition for the great film that they put out last year. Again, if you're just joining the broadcast, the game I'm playing is Guess What's in the Red Cup. Hint, it is alcoholic in nature. And I'm really only supposed to be taking sips once something political is mentioned or someone is getting played off stage when they start playing the playoff music. But I've been kind of cheating. So who knows? I might, again, my demeanor might diminish the further along the night we go. But I'm trying to mix it up with some coffee too. So try not to get too sloshed. Who knows? Maybe that could lead to more entertainment. I don't know. We'll see. All right, we're in a commercial break right now, guys. And I don't know how up to speed my current stream is with what you all are watching. So if I'm behind, I apologize. Just the nature of how streaming goes. There's nothing I can do about that. If I'm ahead, I also apologize. I hope I'm not spoiling anything in advance for you guys, as guys and gals, as you're watching. Again, that's the tricky thing about streaming and watch-alongs. Like, sometimes there's latency, so I do apologize for that. I know Blake has been texting me from home, and I think he's ahead of me because he's been mentioning some stuff that hasn't even showed up earlier. So I told him to kind of like chill out a little bit. You know what I mean? Up, we're back live. All right, Oscars. Let's see. Oh, now they're giving the nominees for documentary short subject. Again, this is one of the categories that was already previously awarded. Um, so now they're going through the nominees here. I didn't have a chance to watch any of these, so my selection was really based off of what a lot of people were talking about. But I do want to watch The Queen of Basketball, which was awarded the winner here, which I did select. So it sounds like a very interesting subject, so I really do want to watch it. And again, something interesting that they're doing, I mean, since these awards were already given out prior to the broadcast, they're trying their best to splice it into the live broadcast seamlessly without any mention that this was already previously recorded and handed out. So interesting. Oh, now they're showing a clip from Coda, nominee for Best Picture, which is my choice to win Best Picture this year. I do think it's a race between Coda and The Power of the Dog, but if you haven't seen Coda, I know it's on Apple TV Plus, and you don't need another streaming platform to subscribe to, but you have to do yourself a favor. Find a free trial, find a friend who has it, and watch Coda, because it is a heartwarming, touching movie. Definitely, maybe I would say top 5 of last year for me. Now we have Rachel Zegler. Nice, good for her. She made a joke because, again, if you didn't know, she was not invited to attend the Oscars as just an audience member. So to course correct that, they made her a presenter. Oh, visual effects award time. All right. So this is going to be interesting. So for visual effects, I have Dune. Dune as my selection there. Let's see what happens. Let's see if the voting members agree with my selection. Oh, Spider-Man. I really would hope that they would win for this, but I think this is going to go to Dune for sure. Boom. Dune. That's right. All right. I am up to 11 points. I'm curious if whoever is watching, you guys and gals watching right now, have you had a chance to fill out your ballots? Like, how are you doing so far based off of this scoring system I have above me? So let me know in the comments. I want to know for sure. But again, Dune running away with all these categories, these smaller categories, more technical achievement categories, which I think is highly, highly deserved because that was such an achievement, that movie, for sure. Oh, I'm so happy for Dune. Dune running away with all of these technical categories. That's awesome. I'm so happy for them. Such a great movie. Hey, what's going on, AKB? So it's visual effects. So technically, the nominee doesn't go to Ryan Reynolds. It goes to the team behind the visual effects. So this wouldn't count as a nominee for Ryan Reynolds per se. So I think Ryan is still zero in the Oscar nominees. Um, he's still young. He's still doing a lot of stuff. So I don't doubt that he will eventually get nominated. And they just played off someone. So I'm going to take a sip of my red cup. Again, game of the night. Guess what's in the red cup? Again, it is alcoholic in nature. All right, now they got a bunch of sports guys as presenters. So you got Shaun White, Tony Hawk, and I forget who this other guy is. This is totally their attempt to try to bring in a younger audience to watch this, but why? Why are they here? I mean, Tony Hawk was in a brief moment in Jackass Forever, so that kind of makes sense. Oh, they're doing a tribute to Bond right now. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Did they say 60 years of Bond? Wow, James Bond has been around for 60 years? That's fucking insane. Those of you watching, what's your favorite Bond movie? Let me know in the comments. I think for me, oof, I would have to say Casino Royale. I've been a huge fan of the Daniel Craig Bond movies. I think he did a really awesome job. Even though I grew up with the Roger Moore era of James Bond, when Craig took over, forget it. I think it was everything that I personally wanted in a Bond franchise. But you can't ignore Sean Connery. You know, again, Roger Moore was more of the campy type of Bond, but Sean was definitely amazing. Then of course you had, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, which made sense for that era, that period. But 60 years, who would have imagined? I think if you think about franchises, like entertainment franchises, Bond and maybe Doctor Who are probably the longest running, right? Would Star Trek be included in that? I don't think so, right? Wow, 60 years. Now, could you imagine going through a watch through of all of those movies from beginning to end? I don't think I could ever do that. That's going to be a feat. Oh, Bartleby chiming in. Tomorrow Never Dies. Good one. That's a good one. I think I have that on DVD over here somewhere. Can't find it right now, but yeah, Tomorrow Never Dies. That's a good one for sure. I'm trying to see if I could find it. I have a good amount of these Bond movies on DVD and Blu-ray. Yeah, that came out in 1997. Yeah, that was a Pierce Brosnan. Oh yeah, excellent choice. And I'll say this because Michelle Yeoh is in it. I totally forgot about that. She People tend to forget that she is a Bond girl. And this was around the time where she was just getting introduced to U.S. audiences. But as a fan of like Hong Kong movies, like I am, I've been very familiar with her work prior to that, and you know, I was really happy that she appeared in that movie because she was finally getting, exposure to U.S. audiences. And a couple days ago, I just watched that movie, Everything. Oh shoot, what's the name of that movie? Uh, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Excellent movie. Excellent. It's not out everywhere, but if you have the means, if you can find it playing somewhere near you, please do yourself a favor and watch that movie. It is not a very typical action movie that you would think she would be attached to, even though there are action bits in it. But it's got deep human, drama to it. Multiple meanings in that movie. Very well done, very well done. Of course, with the play of the whole, like how multi-dimensions and multiverse works and all that stuff like that, which sounds like, thanks to Spider-Man and Doctor Strange and WandaVision, everyone seems to be trying to do right now. But really well done. I'm still, again, I saw it like 3 or 4 days ago, and I'm still trying to digest it all. Really amazing. Bartleby, the handcuff, yes. Motorcycle, yes. I 100% agree with you. Oh man, I gotta watch that movie again now. You're getting me excited. I really want to watch that movie again. I think that deserves a rewatch. And again, it's one of the main reasons because of Michelle Yeoh. I think she did an amazing job. And that she had pretty good chemistry, if I recall, with Pierce there. So I definitely have to watch that again for sure. Great choice. Great choice. All right, we're currently in a commercial break right now. So again, thank you all for joining me and watching along. I really appreciate. Again, just I'm going to be saying this throughout the evening. I was supposed to be teamed up with my co-host to Movie Time, Blake Wolf, the Wolf. Unfortunately, he has come down with the vid, as I like to call it. So he's currently quarantining at home, but he's doing well. So right now they are showing a clip of Don't Look Up, one of the other Best Picture noms. If you didn't watch my one of our previous episodes, we talked about this movie in length. I liked it. I'm a fan of Adam McKay, but after 2/3 of the movie, I got very tired of the shtick. And it was too preachy for me and too close to home. So if you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, they're gonna have, okay. So now they're gonna have a performance for Encanto for their original song nomination. All right, cool. I think this is the pick of a lot of people to win original song. Not me. I don't know. Call me stupid. I don't know, but I do think Billie Eilish is gonna win this award. But for all I know, everyone else could be right, and they could give this to. If this was the Bruno song, then I would totally give it to Encanto for this category. But it's not the Bruno song, because that was definitely the more catchy song out of the whole movie, and the one everyone was listening to. But this is a good song too. It really is. I think the big question is Lin-Manuel Miranda going to win himself an Oscar? And I believe if he does, that means he will officially have an EGOT. I believe. Wait, did he win an Emmy? I don't even know. So if you don't know what EGOT stands for, that's Emmy, Golden Globes, Oscar, and Tony Awards, right? Yeah. So the Tony Awards is for Broadway. Did he win an Emmy? I don't know. If you know offhand, let me know in the comments. This is a nice performance. It's not as grand as, for a Disney song, you would think that they would have made it a little bit more grand. But it doesn't feel as grand as it should be. Only got the two dancers. I was a pretty big fan of Encanto. But I did feel like it was a little bit too formulaic as a Disney movie. I didn't think it had it didn't introduce anything really new, in my opinion. That's why I didn't choose it to win animated film. I thought the Mitchells had much more to introduce as far as new things and, visually, I thought the Mitchells offered a lot more. But hey, you have your Disney fans out there, and I don't blame them. Disney puts out good stuff. Guys, I'm just checking my camera. All right, we're all good. All right, who do we got here? Oh, are they going to do animated feature? I think so. Yeah, it looks like they're doing animated feature. All right, those of you watching, who do you have for this? When Blake and I were talking about this particular category, our feeling was that this was a heavily contested category because of Encanto, The Mitchells, and Flea. Flea is such a phenomenal movie. And the Mitchells cleaned up in a lot of the animated awards ceremonies. So I am so curious who's going to win this one. All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, Encanto. There you go. All right. Disney wins yet again. All right. I missed on that one. I knew it was a long shot for me, but still, I was really hoping that the Mitchells would get recognized for their achievement because if you haven't seen the Mitchells versus the Machines, I mean, it's Sony Animation coming right off of Into the Spider-Verse, and the way they incorporated all the mixed media animation in it. And I felt like it spoke really to adults and kids, the TikTok generation, all of that stuff. Great voice acting, really funny. So I feel like that's a missed opportunity here because, again, Encanto is great, but it's your typical Disney movie. It's very formulaic. But I guess Disney, you can't rule them out, huh? Yeah, big up Colombia. Oh, Anthony Hopkins is in the audience. Watch out. Blake is probably going to be really upset. He's going to steal an award from somebody. So far, everyone is doing really good with their speeches and keeping it short. So, not a lot of people are getting played out just yet. That one group. Nobody wants me to take a sip of my drink, so. Most cheer-worthy category? What is this? The Matrix? Dreamgirls? How did they select these? Was this like a Twitter thing? Avengers Endgame, number 3. Spider-Man No Way Home, the 3 Spider-Man team. Spoilers for those who haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home yet. Wait, number 1 was Zack Snyder's Justice League for The Flash? Wow, this is so fascinating. This has got to have been one of those Twitter things that they did, right? To get people to nominate, like, select these movies on Twitter or something. That is fascinating. Wow. I don't know what the hell I just watched. That's new. Again, I think it's their way of really trying to incorporate films that normally wouldn't get nominated or considered for these type of awards, like the popular vote or whatever. I think they're just doing it all wrong. And it's just so out of left field, you know? I just don't want them to turn this into another MTV Movie Awards. I feel like there's a time and place for that, but definitely you don't need that. Again, you want to include a more younger crowd, a more generic movie going audience, then consider films that the general audience will freaking watch. Why is Spider-Man No Way Home not nominated for Best Picture? That's just my opinion. All right, we're in a commercial break right now, so time to chill out for a little bit. Those of you watching, shout out where you're hailing from. Would love to know where you're watching from for sure. All right, just checking my Twitter feeds here. Twitter obviously is blowing up with all the announcements. And again, for those of you just tuning in, the game of the night. Guess what's in the red cup? What am I drinking? Hint, it is of alcoholic nature. It is of alcoholic nature. And I've been trying to be good and only taking sips when either one, someone mentions something political, or two, when someone gets played off. So far, it's only happened twice. So I've been cheating a little bit. Just a little bit. Again, just to get little sips. Like that. Because we are in commercial break. Trying not to get too sloshed as the night goes through. But hey, that could also be fun, right? But yeah. If you have your own Oscar ballot, let me know how you guys are doing, guys and gals are doing so far. And if you're going off of this scoring system that I have above me, that's the scoring system that me and my co-host to MovieTime, Blake, that's what we are going off of right now. And right now you see my current score is 11. I missed out on, I believe, 3 categories at this point. Animated short, cinematography, and animated feature film. I think those are the ones that I've missed out on so far. All 1-pointers, so no big deal. But I'm sure things will get really interesting as the night goes on, so we shall see. By the way, I do love the fact that Rachel Zegler made that joke about not realizing that she was going to be there 6 days ago. Because that is still, I don't understand how that happened. Oh, now they're going through the animated short film nominees. Again, this is another category that was already previously awarded prior to the broadcast. So if you followed up on the announcements on social media, you already know who won this category. And they're trying to seamlessly include the acceptance speeches to the live broadcast, which I think is really, really fascinating. Yeah, the winner here was the windshield wiper, which I am curious about. I have not seen that. I haven't seen any of these short films, the animated short films, and I probably should. So that went to the windshield wiper. I mean, yeah, they're still getting some shine, but I would have loved it if they were doing it live. Oh, Drive My Car. Ooh. Best Picture nominee, Drive My Car. Look, again, you watched any of our previous episodes, I can't speak enough about this movie. I was so pleasantly surprised when it was nominated for directing, international feature film, and Best Picture. Was not expecting all of that. If you haven't seen it, it's long. It's like 3 hours, but it is worth the watch. And again, as I'm a huge fan of Japanese cinema, and I'm hoping that that type of recognition will lead to people wanting to watch more Japanese cinema, because there's so many good stories out there in Japanese movies. So I'm so happy. You got Wanda Sykes back on screen. All right, they're talking about if you don't know, the Academy, they opened up an Oscar museum in LA, which I would personally love to visit, mainly because they have this fascinating Studio Ghibli exhibit happening there right now. A nice little tribute to Miyazaki's works. So Hopefully, I'll get to visit that sometime soon. I am planning a trip to California at the end of May because I will be attending Star Wars Celebration. So hopefully I can add that to my agenda because I really would love to check it out for sure. So right now they're just going through some of the things you'll see at the museum, the Oscar Museum, Academy Awards Museum, whatever you want to call it. I love that they have Wanda Sykes running through it because she's like out of the three main hosts, she's the funniest. Right. They're showing all the costumes they have on display there. Oh, Spike Lee has a. Oh, wow. Nice. Spike Lee has his own little section. That's awesome. Of course, science fiction has a nice little section there. You got some Star Wars stuff, Shape of Water, some Marvel costumes. Oh, a Harvey Weinstein joke. Nice. All right, that was cute. Again, I don't know if that was worthy enough for the audience watching at home, but I'm sure the people there in attendance loved it. So, hey, it is what it is. I love this actress, the one who won the award for Minari last year. Especially the whole. Oh, she's so funny. She gave one of the best speeches. Already, as a presenter, she's awesome. She's awesome. I love her. She is so funny, but real. That's why. Oh, we got supporting actor. All right, supporting actor. So here I have Troy Kotzer to win this award. I really, really am rooting for him. For a long time, I really do think it was Cody Smith McPhee for Power of the Dog. That was a big talk for a long time, but recently with all the attention that Coda has been getting, Troy Kotzer is probably the main favorite right now currently. So we'll see what happens here. Right now, they're just going through the nominees. Again, if you're watching, let me know who you have pegged for this category. My questionable nominations here were probably Kieran Hines and J.K. Simmons, even though I love J.K. Simmons. And Kieran Hines is fantastic too, but I really did not feel their nominations for this at least what they did last year was really worthy. Um, I didn't find their performance as impactful. And to be honest, I didn't watch Being the Ricardos because I just had no desire to. Disagreed wholeheartedly with the choices for Lucy and Desi. As far as like actors are concerned, just and from what I heard, it's not that great. So I may not be missing much, but you know, J.K. is an amazing actor. You know, anything he does is great. And here's Cody Smith. Haunting performance he gave Cody. Really great. Oh, Troy Kotzer. Yes. Oh, all right. That makes me so happy. All right. Only the second deaf actor to win an Oscar because you had Marley Matlin, who won for Children of a Lesser God back in the day. Oh, that's awesome. The audience is clapping in sign form, which is fantastic. Yeah. I'm glad that they have someone to interpret the sign language audibly. Could you imagine if he taught people at the White House all the bad stuff in sign? That would be amazing. Please, please don't play him off. That's my fear right now. I don't want them playing him off. Again, if you guys and gals have not had a chance to watch Coda, please find a way to watch it. I know it's on another streaming service that you probably don't need to subscribe to. Find a free trial. Find a friend or a family member who has it and do yourself a favor and watch it. It's one of those good feel good movies, very touching, heartwarming. Definitely in my top 5 of last year. Nice. All right. I think one of the best speeches so far. Very touching. I mean, it's what an accomplishment, you know, for a deaf actor to win such a prestigious award and paving the way for other deaf actors and actresses. I think that's awesome. Really, really awesome. Hey, it's Chris Evans. Wait. Oh, wow. A little promotional material for Lightyear. Interesting. I am looking forward to this movie. I think it's going to be Pixar's, a good Pixar film for sure. I feel like this is stuff we've already seen before. Like, if you've watched any of the other trailers, this is something you probably have already seen. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Lightyear. I think that's going to be like, I don't want to say Pixar's return to greatness because they've had some good stuff that come out recently, but not to that same extent that I, am used to from Pixar. So I really, 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 truly hope that this movie turns out to be good because it looks fantastic. But I'm sure this is leading to a commercial break. Again, thank you all for tuning in and joining me here. Again, I do this channel because I do have a love of pop culture. I do have a love of movies. My co-host of Movie Time that I do, Blake Wolf, I call him the Wolf. He couldn't join in this watch along because unfortunately he came down with the vid, so he's quarantining at home. But stay tuned if you want to see us recap the broadcast and go through our ballots to see who came out on top. Then stay tuned to the channel. Best way to do so, if you haven't done it yet, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button for the stream. Would really, really appreciate it. Still a small channel, but I just love talking about all this stuff with all of you guys and gals and trying to build this community here. So all those little things really help and go a long way, and it doesn't cost you a thing. If you want to show other, if you want to show support in other ways, just check out the description of the video, and you could find like my Amazon affiliate link. So if you ever want to buy something on Amazon, click that link, and I do get some commission there. If you are a lover of coffee, and I'm drinking it right now, I have a little partnership with Bulletproof Coffee. You can get 15% off your order just by using the discount code in the you will find in the episode description there. And again, that does help fund the channel as well. So every little thing helps. And again, I just appreciate you guys watching along and supporting in these ways. So really, really humbles me and makes me really happy. And Blake appreciates it too. He's just not here to say it. And again, like I said, like I mentioned earlier, game of the night. I still have some stuff left. Guess what's in the red cup? Hint, it is of alcoholic nature. And I'm trying to stick to the sipping every time someone gets played off or anything political gets mentioned. But they're not helping out, so I've been cheating. All right, we're back. We got Simileo and Tiffany Haddish. And Tiffany Haddish doing her usual shtick. Simileo with his freaking suit looking fab. Let's hope he gets more roles. He needs to be doing more stuff. I think he's a great actor. I don't know why, but I feel like Tiffany is drunk or is on something. She sounds like she's slurring a little bit. Yeah, I really do think Tiffany's on something, which is hilarious. Oh, international feature film. All right. Oh, come on, drive my car. I am so rooting for this movie. Even though Flea was amazing, love Flea. If Drive My Car wins, I am definitely taking a sip off of my drink because I am going to be so ecstatic. Yes! Woo! Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, yes. Ryusuke, good job. All right. That puts me up to 15. Oh, so okay. I don't know if any of you guys would really care much, but the the translator that he has. Oh, they're playing him off. No. No. That's not fair. Oh, got a sip. So the translator he has on stage with him used to translate all the guests at Japan Society here in New York City. When I used to go watch a lot of the Japanese festivals, movie festivals, I know she made her way to California, but she was doing that for years and years and years. So it's awesome to see her on TV right now. And look, he was able to speak all in English. Oh, he's not done yet. They keep playing him off. Oh, no. Does that count as two? That counts as two. All right. That's so not fair. Oh. Well, at least he was speaking. Well, that was nice of him to speak all in English. He didn't really need any translation, but that's so messed up. But I'm so happy that Drive My Car won. Oh, so happy. And this director, he's very very good at making these type of movies, like very human like dramas. Um, if you haven't seen any of his previous movies, I am planning to do kind of like a small video, kind of recapping some of his previous movies because I think they are worth revisiting, even though some of them are extremely long. There's one movie he did, it was like 6 hours long. But it's such a great movie, especially if you love that human drama, the complexity of human drama and all that. I think it's so fantastic. So now we have up another song for original song, I believe. Think, is this for Belfast? This might be for Belfast, I think. Kevin, who's gonna win best song? All right, I think majority of people feel Encanto is gonna win. If you look at my ballot I have on screen right now, I think No Time to Die will win. The strength of Billie Eilish, I think, might carry it. I'm probably the minority though when it comes to that. But I'm curious, like, who do you think will win best song? I'm still buzzing over Drive My Car. My God, I'm so happy. So if you watched any of the previous Movie Time episodes that Blake and I have done, I said that in a world where I am the voting body, I am controlling the Oscars and all that, I would love to see this being like another Parasite year where Drive My Car wins directing and Best Picture, just because that's how big that movie was for me last year and how great of a movie that is. Top 3 of last year for me, for sure. So I am so ecstatic that Drive My Car won. I honestly did not expect it to get the recognition that it got because honestly, nobody was talking about it at all when it came out last year. And you only started hearing people talk about it as the year was ending and then leading into this year. So I was really, really surprised, especially when they were doing the live announcements for the nominations, which I did a video on. As I was reacting to it live, I was astonished and shocked when Drive My Car was mentioned as many times as it was. So I was so happy. So I'm very happy. Max, I have watched Dune. I'm a huge fan of Dune. I love Dune. Dune is a great movie, and I'm happy that they've been like, cleaning up like a lot of the technical categories for this awards. So, oh, moment of silence for Ukraine. Hold on. All right, that was nice. That was nice that they did that. Look, I don't usually get political on this channel. I try not to. But obviously, that is something hard to ignore. So this week, I was participating in with a lot of YouTube creators to show our support and to help raise awareness and donations for misplaced children in the Ukraine right now. There are over 1 million misplaced children in the Ukraine because of what's happening right now. So if you have the means, visit www.creatorsforpeace, altogether creatorsforpeace.com. There you could click a donation button. We have partnered up with UNICEF to provide aid to the humanitarian need over there. So if you have the means, please visit that for sure. So going back, Max Chamberlain, I am a huge fan of Dune. I love Dune. I've seen it. I saw it twice in the theaters. It is a fantastic movie. I really cannot wait for part 2 and part 3. Huge fan of Denis Villeneuve. Even though I love that movie so much, I don't think it's going to win Best Picture this year. But I do wish that Denis was nominated for directing because he definitely deserved it for sure. Kevin, you have original screenplay for Belfast. So do I. So do I. I really do think that's going to be the case there. So, really, really hoping to see that turn out. I think that was the category that Belfast was only going to have a chance to win. Even though personally, I probably would have loved to have seen King Richard recognized a little bit. But I do think Belfast is definitely going to run away with that category. Again, I did appreciate that movie last year. Didn't make my top 10, but it is definitely a feel-good movie, and I appreciated that movie for sure. So really, really enjoyed it. Although I have to say, when we talk about snubs for Belfast, or just in general, snubs. Catriona Balfe, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Huge. That's probably one of the biggest snubs for this year. The fact that she did not get recognized for Best Actress. She was the best performer in that movie. Hands down. No cap. Phenomenal actress, and she really, really did a great job in that movie. And the fact that she was not nominated, I think that was a huge travesty for this year's Oscars. I just wish it would have been great to have seen her be recognized a little bit more, because she was phenomenal. If anything, she was my favorite thing about that movie, for sure. All right, we're in a commercial break right. Oh, no, we're back. Sorry, I was rambling a bit too much. Oh, now they're doing live action short film, another category that was already previously awarded prior to the broadcast. So let's go back to my ballot here. So for original short film, live action short film, I had The Long Goodbye here, and they are the ones that took home the statue for this category. Again, this was all previously announced. I'm so happy for Riz Ahmed. So well deserved here. I have not seen this movie, this short film. It's on my list of things I want to check out. It's just, I always find it hard when it comes to like these short films, whether it's live action or animated, because it's kind of hard to gain access to a lot of these things unless it's attached to a specific streaming service. So hopefully I could find a way to watch a lot of this stuff. I really feel I wish that more of these things are accessible to more people so that we can all be exposed to it more. All right, now they're doing like a Dune, a little Dune thing because of Best Picture nomination. All right, what's next? What's coming next? Oh, are we doing costume design? We're doing costume. Yes, it sounds like we are doing costume design. So I have Cruella winning this award. Even though Dune and Nightmare Alley and West Side Story have some really great costume design. If you've watched Cruella, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, because that was the main focus of that movie, is the wardrobes, the fashion, and they did an amazing job with the costume design in that movie. So that is my vote, my prediction that will win this, but let's see. Can we talk more about Nightmare Alley, maybe? I'll try to sprinkle in a little bit more Nightmare Alley talk throughout, because underrated at this point still, I think. Cruella! Yes! Just as I thought. Yeah, well deserved. Again, Cruella, I think, really deserved that win for sure. Well deserved. Well deserved. I mean, that whole movie was just fashion, really fashion, you know? Also, Cruella, if you haven't had a chance to watch Cruella, a surprisingly fun movie. I wasn't sure what to expect when that movie came out. Also, it came out during a time when, the whole Omicron thing was still plaguing us, and, wasn't really sure it was that great to go to theaters and all that. But I remember it was one of the movies I ended up watching in the theater, and I was pleasantly surprised, really pleasantly surprised on how entertaining that movie turned out to be. So she worked on Mad Max Fury Road as well. So she's definitely a well deserved vet, which I think is great. Oh, I'm afraid they might try to play her off here. I really hope not. Is Emma even here? Oh, they did it. They're playing her off. They're playing her off. All right. Cheers, everyone. Now, like I said, I have been cheating a little bit. So I'm slightly feeling it, but not anything crazy. But again, don't forget, throw your guesses. What's in the red cup? Alcoholic in nature. Leguizamo. Better well known for his portrayal of Luigi in the Mario Brothers movie, live action movie. Luigi Mario, full name. Okay, how weird is this? The fact that they're actually doing a live performance of the Bruno song from Encanto, but it's not even nominated for original song? How weird is that? Like, I just don't understand that. And if I remember correctly, this was a later addition to the broadcast because of the backlash that the nominees got when they announced original song, and the fact that they were saying like, "Wait, you chose the wrong song. Why did you go with the other one instead of this one?" So the Academy decided, we're gonna go ahead and just include a performance of it so that everyone can be happy. Yeah, which is, I guess, great for entertainment purposes, but come on, seriously? You're not gonna like, this should have been the one nominated for a song, and then this would have been hands down the runaway. See, everyone's loving it. How can you not love this song? I'm telling you, oh, there's Zendaya. Look how much fun she's having. No Tom Holland? Where's her boo? Some of these dresses that these women are wearing tonight, fabulous dresses. This is one thing about the Oscars that is also exciting, is that everyone looks fabulous. Everyone dresses so nice. That's Sheila E. I think that's Sheila E. That's awesome. But again, I don't understand the best song of Encanto, and it's not nominated. But no, we're going to go ahead and just do a live performance of it because that's what everyone loves, right? Makes no sense whatsoever. Oh, they're hinting at a surprise appearance from somebody? Who could that be? Legend of the Silver Screen. Who is that? Who could it be? Make your guesses in the comments. Who's going to be the surprise appearance from? Billy Crystal, the darling of the Oscars. All right, time check. So, here on the East Coast, we are approaching. We're like 6 minutes away from 10 p.m. So far, it's going to be 2 hours running time for this broadcast. Now, the whole idea of cutting out a lot of these smaller categories was in hopes to shorten the broadcast length. Yet, it looks like we're still approaching over 2 hours and probably going to hit that 3 hour mark. So, what was the point? My question. So they could add more musical performances, more cringy comedy bits by hosts that are very unnecessary. Weird offshoot categories that no one knew was going to be talked about, like most cheered moment. Like, I'm still confused by all that. And I'm not trying to be a hater or anything. It's just, again, who are you targeting? What audience are you trying to target here at this point? Oh, well, hold on. There's this interesting commercial for a show on FX. Is that Andrew Garfield? Yeah, that's Andrew Garfield, right? This looks fascinating. Yeah, that's Andrew Under the Banner of Heaven. April 28th, streaming on Hulu. All right, that looks like an interesting show. That looks fascinating. All right, current score 16. At this point, we still have the two best acting categories to go. Directing. We also have Best Picture, obviously. Original song that we're still waiting for. Documentary still hasn't been announced yet. So, and I'm sure they're still going to squeeze in a lot of those smaller categories that they already previously awarded. So, is this BTS? It is. Oh, of course they have to include BTS. Again, appealing to the younger audience. And now a little clip from King Richard, Best Picture nominee. I got me the next two. Favorite line from that movie, if you didn't know already. Oh my God. Wow. All right. Wanda Sykes just went on stage dressed up as Will Smith in King Richard. Richard Williams, even with a beard and everything. What is happening? And Regina is coming out as Tammy Faye. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. This being painful. Oh, and Amy Schumer is Spider-Man. Wow. Oh, this is so painful. Oh, wow. Juno is celebrating 15 years. What? Wow. I'm getting old. What a great movie, by the way. Juno. I think that deserves a rewatch. I should probably rewatch that soon. Juno is a great movie. Oh, that's great. I love how they're doing like these reunions. So now you have Jennifer Garner, Elliot Page, and J.K. That's great. Oh, oh, we got original screenplay coming up. All right, Kevin, this is your category right here. You calling it Belfast? I'm calling Belfast as well. Let's see. I really have to watch The Worst Person in the World. I'm so curious about that movie. Belfast. There you go. Boom. Another score for me. How are your brackets looking, everyone? I'm curious. And you know what? I'm happy for Kenneth Branagh. I'm glad that he won this. He is a great writer and director. Did any one of you watch Death of the Nile? Interesting movie. Not great, but I do love his character. Nice. Really nice speech. Kenneth Branagh, such a gentleman. All right. I'm glad Belfast got something. Pleasey, what's going on? Oh, I am rooting for Questlove as well. For sure. I'm rooting for him. That was a great documentary that he put together. Word 789. No, Best Picture has not been announced yet. So we don't know who will win. What you see on the screen here is just my ballot. So I am choosing Coda to win. Or I'm predicting, I should say, Coda to win. And if you haven't seen it yet, which sounds like you haven't, I highly recommend you try because it is a very heartwarming movie. Adapted screenplay. All right, that's what they're going through now. So yes, I do have Coda as selected for this. Let's see what happens. I will not be angry if Drive My Car wins this category because again, I cannot speak enough about that movie. Or The Lost Daughter. I think for Maggie Gyllenhaal's first movie, I think she did a fantastic job on that. Coda! Woo! Oh, I'm so happy. Good job. I'm happy for Sean Hader here. All right, score another one for me. No, really thrilled. Again, if Coda does not win Best Picture, then I'm happy at least it won Adapted Screenplay. Kevin, I don't disagree. Apple TV does definitely need more content. Because right now, if you were to ask me, it's not justified to add that as part of your streaming subscription every month. Because there's just not a lot of stuff. Now, the stuff that they do have is quality. Definitely quality stuff they got there, but not enough quantity. So it doesn't surprise me that a lot of people don't have access to Apple TV. But you will find really long trials out there. So I highly suggest, if you can find it and gain access to it, sign up for a free trial so that you could catch up on all the good stuff they have there now. And then we'll see what happens. But yes, I agree. They need more stuff. Oh, I can't take a sip because nothing happened yet. Again, contest of the night. Guess what's in the red cup? That was a nice speech. Very, very sweet. Again, I'm so happy that Coda is getting this recognition, but again, does not surprise me that not a lot of people has had a chance to watch that movie. You really should. Oh, top 5 fan favorite movies. Oh, this must have been the Twitter thing that they did. So you got Tick Tick Boom, which was fun. I really appreciated this movie. Number 4 is Spider-Man No Way Home. At number 4? Okay, interesting. Number 3, Minamata. What movie is that? And is that Johnny Depp? Cinderella dropped to 2. All right, so I made a joke in a previous episode that Cinderella was the number 1 forerunner for this category on Twitter when I last checked. So I'm not surprised it's at number 2, but who's number 1 now? Army of the Dead? Are you kidding me? Fan favorite? Wow. This is why you don't do Twitter voting when it comes to certain categories. Army of the Dead as a fan favorite? That's amazing. Wow. Get out of here, man. Fuck that. Oh, man, I have so much to say about that stuff. That is hilarious. Army of the Dead? All right, I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Kevin, yes. Hulu, I think it's interesting. I'm very curious what Disney is planning to do with Hulu. Now that Disney has incorporated their parental controls and all that, I am very, very curious as to what they're planning to do with Hulu moving forward. Because technically, now that they have the parental controls, they could like add and move over a lot of that content that's on Hulu now. So I am very, very curious what they're planning to do with that streaming service. Yeah, I don't know. It would be great to see everything just under one roof to avoid the multiple apps and streaming services. But I'm pretty sure that there's something there that is still economically viable for them when that Hulu's concerned. I don't know if it's because of the partnership they have with like certain TV networks, or that's their live TV program. That's their live TV app. You know, just like how YouTube has their live TV platform. A lot of people go to Fubo for that stuff. And Hulu offers it. So I wonder if they're just keeping that for their live TV option. And then Disney is just going to be all, movies, exclusive shows, back catalog of shows, and all that stuff. So I don't know. But it does feel like there's a lot of redundancy between the two platforms. All right. So here on the East Coast, again, those of you watching, why don't you let me know where you're hailing from? Like, where are you watching from? Would love to know where you guys are from, guys and gals. And again, thank you so much for tuning in and joining in. Like, this is a lot of fun. Again, I tell people all the time that this is like my Super Bowl. I really love this stuff because I love movies. I love film. And again, I apologize that my co-host of Movie Time with Geek and the Wolf, Blake Wolf, is not here with me. Unfortunately, he is at home quarantining because he came down with the vid a couple days ago. But he is recuperating and sounds like he's doing well. So stay tuned to the channel to see a special recap episode that will probably go live tomorrow on the channel there. So best way to like just keep updated with all that is subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you get little notifications every time a video is uploaded. And if you are enjoying this, enjoying me, my company, and you enjoy the stuff that I do on the channel, hit that like button. It really goes a long way. Still growing the channel, and want to grow this community more. So again, really appreciate the support. Julian, so fun. Oh, I'm glad you're having fun. I'm having a blast myself, really, seriously. Like, this is great stuff. So I'm glad you are along for the fun here, for sure. Thank you. And, so far the show has been doing a great job at preventing me from taking a sip of my drink. So if you're, again, late to the stream, I'm only taking a sip of my drink every time anything political is mentioned or someone gets played off. So, but guess what's in the red cup? That's the game I'm playing tonight. All right, so now they're going through original score. So this was another category that was announced prior to the broadcast, and it was already awarded. So Hans Zimmer for Dune. I'm so happy him getting a chance to get his second Oscar. So very happy for him on that. Looks like he wasn't able to come, so he must be busy. Licorice Pizza. All right, they're showing a clip of Licorice Pizza because it was nominated for Best Picture. I'm curious, if you watched Licorice Pizza, what are your thoughts on that movie? I have not seen that movie yet, but I know there's a lot of controversy behind it, so I'm curious what your thoughts are on that movie. It's one of Blake's favorites because he's a huge PTA fan, so favorites of last year, I should say. Rami Malek. Oh, I love how he's like walking around being all creepy, staring at you with his eyes into the camera. Oh, it looks like we're getting the Billie Eilish performance for No Time to Die. That is my selection for original song. I could be extremely wrong on it, but I don't know. I feel like this is the one. But her and Phineas with No Time to Die. So this will be her performance here. So very cool, very fun. For those of you watching, who do you think will win Best Song? Original Song. I'm curious what your thoughts are. Will this be Encanto's category or will it go to someone else? Let me know. So I'm also curious. Every time someone signs on to do a Bond song, are they given like a template of we want the tone to be like this and you have to hit these tone beats or whatever the case is? Because they do almost sound similar in a way or have that same kind of melancholic flow to it, which is always very interesting. But yet have that ability to be unique on its own. Like when you compare this to Adele's song that she did for the other Bond film, almost the same sound, no? But still unique, right? I don't know. All right, I'm cheating again. Sorry, guys. I mean, I really like this song. I think Billie Eilish is such a talent. And I love that her and Phineas work so close together, too. That was a nice performance. Now, I think so far the best musical performance of the evening goes to Beyonce, doing it live from Compton on the tennis court. I thought that was kind of cool. Everyone in their limeish green yellow outfits. Oh, they're going to do a 50th anniversary salute to The Godfather. Nice. They're doing a lot of these tributes to movies tonight, which is interesting. So far, we've already gotten a little tribute to Juno, White Men Can't Jump. Now they're going to do one for The Godfather. Really interesting. The one thing I always am curious about is when they do the in memoriam. I wonder how they're going to handle that this time. Because there's also controversy surrounding that, how there always seems to be a way that they forget somebody, or in the past we've seen them represent one person's name, but it's a picture of someone else by accident. I feel like it's comical when it shouldn't be. So I'm very curious what's going to happen with that in memoriam, because they do it every year. They never miss it. So we're at commercial break now. So ballot-wise, going off of the scoring I have above me, I am now at 18. There were some categories I missed out on. Animated feature film, cinematography, I think animated short, and I believe there was one other one. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm not doing so bad right now. So if those of you watching participated in some sort of balloting on your own, I'm curious to hear where you stand right now. Because that's a fun thing I love to do every year is, fill out my own ballot sheet and see if, my predictions matched as to what's happening or what is announced. Blake and I, we do that. We've been doing that for every year now for the last 4 to 5 years, somewhere around there, and it's become like this huge competition between us, which is a lot of fun. Especially when we work together, because it's fun to do that as an office pool. I'm happy to say that I've won twice when I was doing that. So I enjoyed myself a nice little, I believe it was like a $50 Amazon gift card, which is great. So always fun to win. Oh, they got Chris Rock coming up. Love Chris Rock. All right, we're still in commercial break. So I'm assuming at this point we have just 40 minutes or so left on the broadcast, in the broadcast. So I'm curious how this is going to play out now. Again, their whole goal was hoping that they were going to cut the broadcast shorter than previous years. So far, it doesn't seem like that's working. You know, deciding to nix 8 categories from the live broadcast, which I think was unfortunate for those involved in those categories. But we definitely have directing, the 2 main acting categories, Best Picture, of course, and I believe, if I'm looking at my sheet correctly, documentary. So we still have that to look forward to. So I'm curious, like put in your predictions now for the remaining categories, if for those of you watching. Who are you rooting for? Who would you love to win? Deserves it? All that good stuff. Oh, film editing. So again, another category that was awarded to prior to the broadcast. So we already know that Dune won this. So if you were following the social media announcements, so I'm happy that again Dune cleans up a lot of the technical categories, which is fantastic. So really happy for Dune. I do find it fascinating how they really seem to try their best to incorporate these previous acceptance speeches into the live broadcast. All right, Nightmare Alley. Let me talk about this real quick because I can't. I love this movie. Love this movie. This is a movie that is underrated. It was overshadowed because it came out around the same time Spider Man did. It's on HBO Max. If you have the means, check it out. It is such a well done movie. If you're a fan of Guillermo del Toro, in my opinion, it's his best movie to date. Looks like we got more comedy coming up. Oh, that's messed up. Wow. I'm sure Ridley Scott hates this right now. The fact that they're making fun of the last duel. Oh, I guess this counts as all right. They just did a political joke, so that counts as political, right? So, cheers, y'all. Judy Dench is probably wondering, why are you even bothering talking to me right now? Oh, a nice stab at Kim Kardashian. Work harder. What did she say? Get off your butt? I'm happy that they recognize the orchestra. They do a lot of hard work during these, broadcasts. Right, who do we have coming up? Oh, Chris Rock. Nice. Oh, he's probably announcing documentary, right? Is this a foreshadow? A COVID joke. No one wearing a mask. Raw dog in it. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. It's funny. He's making jokes about couples who are nominated, but a couple of couples nominated, right? Where you got Jesse Plemons and Kirsten Dunst and Javier Bardem with Penelope Cruz. You don't really see that. So, very interesting. Oh, Will Smith. What's he going to do? Oh. Oh, they just censored something. What's happening? Whoa. What just happened? Wait, what just happened? Oh, wait a minute. What just happened? Did Will Smith go off on Chris Rock? They totally bleeped out the whole thing. Please tell me, if you're watching, did they bleep it out on your end too? Because Will Smith looked serious. What happened? Wow, and Chris Rock doesn't know what to say. Oh, I gotta find out what happened. Anyway, they're going through documentary right now, documentary feature film. Oh, what happened with Will Smith? He went off. What just happened with Will Smith? Oh, if someone saw or understood what was happening, please tell me, because that looked crazy. The fact that they bleeped out that whole thing. Well, anyway, so documentary feature, I have Summer of Soul winning this category. I think a lot of people have that as their selection, so we'll see what happens here. Oh, boom. There you go. Summer of Soul. Well deserved. Well deserved. Even though I was rooting for Flea, because I thought Flea was very, very touching, very, very well done documentary. But Summer of Soul, my God, fantastic. Yeah, Christian Jeffrey. It looks like he Chris Rock touched a nerve about Jada. He somehow touched a nerve, and Will Smith wasn't having it, and he let him know. That was insane. But it was all bleeped. Like they just muted that portion of the broadcast, and I couldn't understand what was going on. But Will Smith looked furious. He was on fire. So they were joking about her haircut, but was it that serious? I'm so curious. Like, there's going to be a lot of talk about this for sure, but that was insane. And the fact that Chris Rock was left speechless, like he didn't know how to carry on from there. But anyway, let's not take away this moment from Questlove, because the fact that he's talking about his dad, and again, well deserving win for his documentary Summer of Soul. Really, really happy for Questlove here. Really was rooting for him. Honor, I have no idea. I am trying to figure that out myself, because that was insanity. The fact that it appears Chris Rock was just making a joke about Jada's hair, because she's going with the shaved look, and Will was just not having it. Yeah. Yeah, Christian. I mean, they bleeped at least, it felt like 5 minutes. And they even had a camera on Will Smith at one point, and he looked irate, like really, really pissed off. And then when they finally went back to Chris Rock looked dumbfounded. He did not know how to react. And he was trying to just get back to the presentation and all that, but he did not know how to follow up. So that was insanity. Yeah, see, even Puff is trying to squash it. He's trying to move on. Wait, is he going as Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Diddy? I don't know what he goes by anymore. But anyway. But yeah, he's trying to squash it. Oh my God. See, this is I really, really wish they didn't bleep it out, because that was prime TV right there. Oh, I've never seen that happen before. Actually, he was faking it. So Chris Rock made a joke, I guess, about Jada and her haircut. And Will got on stage and did one of those fake punches. But then he had more stuff to say that they totally muted. And it felt like they muted it for a good minute or two. But when they panned over to Will Smith, he looked straight furious, going off at Chris Rock. Then when they finally unmuted it and went back to Chris Rock didn't know how to react, and he didn't know what to say. And he tried to recuperate and go back to the whole presentation. But wow, it looked serious. I am so curious what Will Smith had to say. I'm trying to see right now. I don't see anything coming down Twitter about it. And again, for all we know, maybe it was just scripted. Maybe he was just playing along, but it didn't look like it because it takes a lot to make Chris Rock quiet. It takes a lot to silence Chris Rock, and he got silenced. He did it. He did not know what to say. Oh, okay. This is nice. You got Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, 50 years of The Godfather. This is legacy right here. This is legendary. Good stuff. Yeah, Cricket, Ashley, I really, really hope that we get a transcript or something about what he said because that was some serious stuff for sure. Probably if there's no other incident that happens throughout the night, that is going to be the most talked about moment because no one knew what he was saying. But yeah, that was juicy. Juicy. I'm trying to see if Twitter has anything to say about it. But if any of you watching knows, please fill us in. Oh, wait a minute. Update from Twitter here. Okay. So apparently, what Will Smith said to Chris Rock was keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. That is what I'm reading here on Twitter. So he really took offense to what Chris had to say. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Again, we're going to be probably hearing more about this. But yeah, like I said, according to what I'm reading here on Twitter, after Chris Rock made his little joke, you know, you saw Will Smith walk up on stage and kind of fake punch him, right? And then tells Chris Rock, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth during the Oscars. So that's what we saw him mouthing off when when the whole thing was muted, when everything was muted, and you saw how visually irate Will Smith was about what Chris Rock had to say. So again, I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot about this. A lot about this cuz that is interesting. Hold on. Oh, Mr. Wolf is chiming in here. Oh, apparently in Australia it was uncensored. So people who watched it in Australia had a chance to really hear what happened. So hold on. Let me try to hear this right now. Wow. Oh my god! Wow. Okay, so yeah, Will was really angry about the GI Jane comment. Really, really angry about the GI Jane comment. So, wow, that is insane. I'm gonna see if you guys can hear this. If not, I apologize.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of him. Wow, dude. Yeah. It was a G.I. Jane joke. Keep my butt out your fucking mouth. I'm going to, okay? Okay.
There you go. Hopefully, you guys heard that. Guys and girls, I hope you heard that because that is insane. Woo. Look, I have some things personally I would say about Will Smith. I have some personal things I would say about Will Smith, but I'm going to leave it alone. I've heard things. So, anyway. They're doing the in memoriam now. So, first of all, I love that they gave tribute right away to Helena Hutchins, the cinematographer that was accidentally shot on that set of Rust, I believe it was. So that was really a nice touch there. Michael K. Williams. So yeah, I appreciate whenever they do this. Of course, the biggest question is always like, well, who are they going to forget? You know, who are they going to, ignore or misrepresent? But you have Ivan Reitman. Oh, Bill Murray. Wow, they taking time for Ivan Reitman. Oh, I love that. That makes me really, really happy. Again, Ivan Reitman, great director of like Ghostbusters and so many other movies. I love that they did that. Yeah, I thought it was a fake punch too because it didn't look like it connected. It looked like he was doing one of those like movie punches. I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch that video again, but it looked like it was like a movie punch kind of thing like that because it didn't look like it affected Chris Rock at all. But it was really the words that happened after that. You know, yeah. Will Smith did not take kindly to that G.I. Jane joke. But yeah, that was crazy. I should be like really paying attention to this in memoriam because again, a lot of great people are being honored here and all that. But I am so floored by what just happened not that long ago, and I feel bad for Questlove too because I feel like that moment was kind of taken away because I'm pretty sure everyone was just in shock about what just transpired during that whole presentation. I mean, I'm so happy for Questlove. Well deserved for his win of Summer of Love there. Um, Great documentary. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. Weed Man. So you think the whole thing was staged? Because I don't know. I feel like the beef itself wasn't. The punch looked like it was like a fake punch because I mean you don't want to punch some guy on TV right away. Oh, Betty White. So I was really bummed out. Betty White passed away. I mean, the only one of the main reasons because we actually share a birthday together. Me and Betty White have the same birthday. So of course I was really, really bummed when she couldn't make it to this year's birthday because obviously it was a big deal for her, and it would have been nice to at least celebrate one more birthday, same day and all that. So, um, growing up watching Betty White on the Golden Girls and all that, phenomenal actress. So well deserved of a mention there. Yeah, Renee, you and I feel the same. Weed Man, you still think it's safe? So I mean, I am very curious as to what we're gonna hear about it after, like, tomorrow, because that is the talk of the show so far. you know, Ash, yes, big love to Betty White for sure. All right, you have to appreciate every time they do the in memoriam, because it's unfortunate that we lose so many people, but I felt like we lost a lot in the last year, like prominent people. So it's nice that they gave what appears to be a complete memoriam to those that we've lost. But let's talk about that Chris Rock Will Smith thing again, shall we? Oh, if you're tuning in just now, again, I love, we have a little over 100 people watching right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am beyond humbled that you are joining in, and you're probably curious as to what we're talking about. But if you're just tuning in and you're wondering, yes, Will Smith and Chris Rock apparently have some beef on TV, on live television. Some may think it's staged. I personally don't think it is. Chris Rock made a joke to Jada Pinkett about her hair. She's going with like the buzz cut, and said something that she looked like G.I. Jane or what have you, and Will Smith apparently took offense to it. Jumped up on stage, walked slowly to Chris Rock, and did one of those what looked like a Hollywood punch. I don't think it connected, or else you would have seen a reaction from Chris Rock. You would have totally seen some reaction. But then it was what Will Smith was saying when he sat back down. And basically, Will Smith was telling Chris Rock, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. And he repeated that twice. And Chris Rock, basically, all he had left to say was like, I am. And he was left dumbfounded. He didn't know how to continue. He was like silent. And it looked extremely awkward after the fact. Everyone in the audience was quiet. So it was awkward and so weird. And again, Chris Rock was trying his best to recuperate and continue on with the presentation, and he was presenting the nominees for best documentary feature. But here in the East Coast, and it looks like from a lot of you, they muted that whole exchange. My friend and co-host of MovieTime, Blake Wolf, sent me a link to an Australian broadcast that was uncensored, and that's how we found out what he said, what was actually being said. So really, really interesting stuff there. Yeah, you have Christian and Maria chime in and think it was real. I think it was real too. Millie, I'm sorry. Your stream was cut out. Oh, I wonder why. I wonder why that happened. But thank you for tuning in and joining. Renee, yeah, even Jada didn't approve the comment. Yes. So double A. What happened? And again, I saw this on a video. if people who were watching in Australia heard the whole thing, it was uncensored for them. So basically, what Will Smith said to Chris Rock was, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth," and he repeated it twice. And you could tell that it was legit. It was like he looked really furious, and it left Chris Rock stunned and not knowing how to continue. So all Chris Rock had left to say was like, I am, kind of like, all right, chill out, dude. And then he tried to pick things back up and continue with his presentation. So, but yeah, Lupita's face right behind Will Smith was just like, oh, like what's happening right now? Like, ooh, And like I said, no one was laughing. Everyone was quiet. You could see like everyone was just quiet and just didn't. The only thing that looked, well, I guess not staged, but Will Smith had constraint was doing that fake punch. Right? Like that Hollywood style punch. So that was fascinating for sure. Really, really fascinating. Grace, yeah, you were able to read the lips. Very nice. Yeah, so you know exactly what was said. Justin, it sounded like it connected, but it could have been just a mic. Yeah, well, Millie, that's why I agree. Like Will Smith, it doesn't seem like he would go off like that. So, but he really did look like he took offense to it. So, and like I've said, and I don't want to go into it, but I've heard stuff about Will Smith. I actually know some people who know some stuff about him, and I rather not go into that right now. So, oh, totally vibe was killed. Double A, what you could do, I'm pretty sure if you do a search on Twitter about it, you'll be able to find the video. Yeah. So crazy stuff. Again, I'm sure we're definitely going to hear more about it tomorrow, maybe later tonight. Bananas. That's all I can say. Bananas. Who would have expected this to be what we would see and talk about from an Oscars show, right? Trump, that's hilarious. All right, graphic, you're right. I'm not gonna say it anymore. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I do think Jada is like that because of some things she's going through right now, and that would make sense why Will Smith took offense to it. But again, Chris Rock is a comedian, right? So he's not the type to hold back on things, So yeah, it is what it is. But let's try to carry on and move forward with the rest of the show. So. You got Zoe Kravitz and Mr. Gyllenhaal there presenting. I am, believe it or not, really looking forward to Ambulance. Oh, they're announcing original song. All right. So, for original song, I could be the only one here, but I think Billie Eilish will win for this, but I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. Oh, so all right. So you were able to see it in Australia, and you really do think that the hit connected. All right. Well, I'm sure we're gonna do a lot of dissecting of what happened after the fact. Really, exactly. I mean, you go back to past shows. That's the thing. Like, if you're sitting like within the first 5 rows, you are a target. You will get joked on. So I'm surprised that was the reaction. Billie Eilish won. Oh my God. I guessed it. What? Oh my God. Woo. Wow. I was not expecting that to happen, but I was hoping for it. Ooh, Nelly. That's fantastic. Wow. And I was going all, yeah, I was going way out of left field on that guess for me. Unbelievable. Destin minded, I don't think Hugh Jackman is here. I don't think he's there because I don't think he really did anything movie wise last year. So it doesn't, at least they didn't show him on TV. Irene, yes. Well, again, Chris Rock. I mean, it's kind of like having Chappelle there, right? Like they both come from the same type of comedy. They would eventually, for them, there's no holds barred, right? I don't know. That's just my opinion. Yeah, yeah, double A parent. I mean, because I don't think Chris was expecting Will to take it that seriously. So again, the best reaction was Lupita behind Will Smith. She did not know what was going on, and she just looked like what was happening. She was just like, "What?" And she was like extremely like lost in the moment. R.C. Smith, basically, yeah, it was blocked out for me as well, and a lot of people watching here. Um, basically, Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett's hair. Will Smith took offense to it and basically told him not to mention his wife uh, about that stuff, and it was very heated. Very heated. I'm pretty sure you could see a replay of it online. Eric, so for The Godfather, there was only De Niro and Pacino who showed up, and I forgot who they were joined up with. Unfortunately, it was overshadowed by what happened with Will Smith and Chris Rock. But Coppola, sorry, yeah, it was De Niro and Pacino, and they were up there with Coppola during the 50th anniversary for The Godfather. So you have Kevin Costner here. They showed Kevin Costner a couple times throughout the night. It felt like he's not extremely thrilled to be there. Or maybe that's just him. I don't know. Renee, I agree with you. Yeah. Yeah, I think Chris did the best he could with such an awkward situation. Guys and gals, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I am humbled. I'm glad you were able to join in on this. Really, really thrilled. Again, if you have a moment, doesn't cost you anything, make sure you hit that like button. If you like what you see so far, unfortunately, my co-host of Movie Time, this podcast that I do talking about movies, Blake Wolf, he wasn't able to join this live stream. We were supposed to do a live watch along, but unfortunately, he came down with the vid. So he's currently quarantining at home, but he is feeling better, and we are planning to do kind of like a recap episode about tonight's broadcast. But I'm sure he's more than happy that everyone's tuning in as well. But yeah, hit that like, subscribe if you can. Goes a long way in growing this community and this small channel up. So really, really happy. Okay, we're talking about directing right now. So I think this is a sure shot. Jane Campion. I think the longtime favorite for this category. Of course, again, my dream scenario would have been going to Drive My Car. But I think this is a sure shot for sure. There you go, Jane Campion. Not surprised in the slightest. I'm curious, like, for those of you watching, like, did you watch The Power of the Dog and what your thoughts on it were? Because I thought it was very well done. Definitely not a movie for everybody, but very, very nicely put together. Let's see if Jane Campion will say anything off-putting during her speech tonight and not make another faux pas. All right. More than likely, this is going to be one of the longer speeches of the night. So let's see if they try to play her off. Such a great cast in this movie, too, when you really think about it. Yeah, Benedict, Jesse Plemons, Kirsten Dunst. I mean, even Cody Smith. I mean, phenomenal cast altogether. And everyone did a great job in that movie. I really thought it was going to win for cinematography just because of how beautiful the movie was shot and put together. Question for all of you watching. Before this year and before this movie, were you familiar with Jane Campion? I'm just curious because she's been in the business for a long time. And I think for me personally, she was well known for The Piano that came out in 1993. So I'm just curious if a lot of you were familiar already with her previous work. Rico, no, it's not over yet. They just announced, well, at least I don't know if I am suffering from a delay versus a lot of other people, but right now they just announced directing. So they have, I believe, 3 more categories to go. They have Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Picture. I think those are the remaining categories here. So, but once again, they have gone over the 3-hour mark. Yet they were trying so hard to cut the broadcast down. Renee, oh, you noticed that too. Yeah, I felt like Kevin was just like that wasn't him. I felt like his brain was definitely somewhere else. And when he was giving an interview, when he was doing an interview prior to the broadcast, he just looked like, I don't know, spaced out. Model win, yes. Beyonce did lose to Billie Eilish. I did guess that. I predicted it, even though it wasn't a popular prediction. But yeah, I called that. I was really surprised too because I wasn't. I thought I was going out of left field in that selection. Rico, you did see The Piano. Awesome. No, fantastic movie. I really, really enjoyed that movie. Again, not a movie for everybody, just like Power of the Dog, but I really, really enjoyed that movie. Hold on, guys. I just have to plug in my laptop, or else I'm going to lose the chat. I don't want to lose the chat because everyone's saying such great stuff. This was my first time. Grace. Oh, parent, it's 2 p.m. where you are. Oh, you because you are in Australia, right? Yeah, I think the talk of the broadcast is definitely going to be the whole Will Smith, Chris Rock scenario, the whole situation there. Especially with the type of image that Will Smith has, I don't think anyone was really expecting him to go off on that. At the same time, Chris Rock, knowing his humor, no holds barred, right? I mean, he would just rag on anybody. And that is always usually the custom at these shows. So I'm sure there's going to be more talk about that in the coming days or two, you know. Millie, you're actually in the UK. Wow, that's really early. Yeah, I could imagine how tired you are. But again, can't express how much I appreciate you guys joining and watching along with me. So I'm really glad. I hope you're having a good time. Because again, I just love movies, and this is my time of year. Pulp Fiction, can you imagine? 20 years. Wow, to think that came out that long ago. Oh, that's why you have Travolta there. All right, so you got, oh, wow. And Sam coming out with a briefcase? That's awesome. Where's Bruce Willis? Oh, and Uma and they're dancing. Oh, that's awesome. Renee, you haven't seen any of the movies nominated. Oh, you should try to check them out. There's a lot of good choices there for sure. Now, Pulp Fiction does have a special place in my heart because when it came out, like, I still can't believe 28 years ago. It really opened up my eyes and mind to cinema, like cinema in general. I didn't realize that there could be movies like that made that really introduced like a new visual aspect of cinema for me and storytelling. So I think I have Pulp Fiction a lot to thank for my love of movies, for sure. Oh, are they really going to reveal what's in the briefcase? Of course. Oh, we got leading role, actor in a leading role. All right. Will Will Smith get awarded, and will he mention anything about what happened with him and Chris Rock? That's going to be the story there. Let's see. Will he maybe just poke fun about what happened? Will he apologize? Who knows? But this will be interesting. I would say, like, for a while, I did have Benedict Cumberbatch as the one who will win this award. But I really do feel like this is Will Smith's year. Actually, you're going for Denzel. Not a bad choice. I mean, Macbeth was fantastic. and he was just phenomenal. A lot of people were really hoping Andrew Garfield would win. Um, he had a great year. Great year. Eyes of Tammy Faye, Tick Tick Boom, Spider Man. Denzel gave such a great performance. I mean, phenomenal performance. Go. Who's going to get it? Boom! There you go. Will. Finally. He got his thing. He's got his Oscar. Finally. Oh, a lot of you already saw it. Oh, sorry. I guess I'm on a delay here, but wow. Will Smith, I am so happy for him. So happy for him. This is great. I mean, Will Smith had so many moments. Hey, Grace. Well, I'm in New York, so we're definitely on the East Coast there. Yeah. Ingenue was such a great duo with him in that movie. Really provided that heart. Will Smith is really getting emotional, huh? Yeah, he's really digging deep. He's speaking a lot about his own personal experiences. I understand why he's getting so emotional. Dude's been through a lot. That's all I promise I wasn't gonna say much, but he has been for sure. What happened? Oh, they're having some feed issues. I don't know what's happening, but they're having some feed issues on my end. Oh, there it is. He apologized. Yeah, definitely his speech coming from the heart there, for sure. Yeah, Connor, Will Smith just won. Well, Grace, to be fair, he did say he apologized to the Academy. He's referring to his attitude from earlier. That's I mean, he didn't say sorry, Chris Rock, but he apologized for his behavior, I think. Um, at least they're not playing him off, which is good. Okay, that was funny. So yeah, he did say that he hopes the Academy invites him back, which is really interesting. Um, hey, look, the guy got emotional. I think when he's been through a lot, and it sounds like he's being through a lot right now. You've seen stuff in public and televised about him and Jada, right? So he's gone through a lot of stuff, and I think it all culminated, right? He tried his best to apologize for his behavior. I agree with you, Renee. I think he should talk to Chris Rock personally, which I'm sure will happen, and talk it out, and all that. Whatever happens, happens. But yeah, he said it. He defends those who he loves, and sometimes love will make him do crazy things. And it is what it is. So, hey, Bravo. Yes, I did see the uncut version on Twitter. Earlier in this stream, I did play it, the audio, for those who are watching. So those who have stuck around since then, we know exactly what was said, and what transpired. But it does look like Will tried his best to apologize for all that, and hopefully him and Chris can talk it out. Because I don't think Chris meant any malice with what he did. He was just making a joke, just like a lot of other comedians before him have done on the broadcast before. If you're a part of the audience, you are a target, right? But Will took offense, so. Oh yeah, Renee. Definitely his blowout was real. Again, I need to look back on the whole punch thing, because it still looked like it was not a full contact punch, but it happened in such a quick moment. It was kind of, and I was still like shocked by it all, but um, I don't think Chris will press charges. I think he just wants to keep things uh, copacetic, so to speak. Maybe he'll have a chance to talk to Will about it, but regardless, crazy stuff. Again, who would have thought that this is what we would be talking about this broadcast? Well, we'll see. We'll see what Chris Rock does. I mean, again, here's my final take in the whole thing. Chris Rock is a comedian, and if you followed his career, he is a no holds barred type of comedian. He talks about anything and openly and freely, you know, just like a Dave Chappelle, just like so many other comedians. You put him up on stage, you're going to expect some sort of comedy coming out of him. And for anyone who's in the audience, you are a target, right? We've seen it in the past, you know, with other, you know, comedians and previous awards ceremonies and all that stuff. Let's not forget, you know, other years where some other stuff was said that was even worse, right? And I think Will Smith was thrown off guard, and he was coming from a really deep emotional state. So it came out. It's unfortunate it came out because I felt like it kind of put like a weird note on the evening. And I'm sure this is not the last we're going to hear about it, but you know, I think as an award ceremony attendee, you expect this stuff to happen, and this should have been something that could have just been easily, like, you know, rolled off the shoulders. But you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I could see a lot of you. Yeah, a lot of you guys have your opinions on Will Smith. Again, no one's wrong here. You know, I agree. It should have been handled a little bit differently. Um, we'll see what happens. I feel like this is not the last we're going to hear about this, because again, this was a weird blowout that happened on live TV that no one was expecting. It's again, it's a weird thing, such a weird thing that happened. My gosh, who would have thought we'd be talking about it? And Amy Schumer is now poking fun of it. That's pretty hilarious. Yeah, see, I feel like it did throw off the mood a bit. Yolanda, I think Chris is backstage somewhere recuperating from what happened. All right, so we have two categories left of the evening. So we have best actress, and best picture. So now they're going through this whole skit about what seat fillers do. So that's going to be fun. Connor, I love that comment. Again, this is what they were this is probably what they were hoping, right? This is how you attract people to watch the show more, cuz again, who knows, this could be like, all right, next year who else is going to blow up, right? And if Will Smith is involved in it, all right, what's going to happen next to them, right? Maybe they'll invite Chris Rock back and then just see like who he could stir the pot with, right? If they want to increase ratings, that's hilarious. They definitely increased people talking about it for sure. Oh, here's everyone's favorite winner from last year, Anthony Hopkins. I'm sure this thrills Blake right now. So, for those of you who may not be aware of what happened last year, Anthony Hopkins won an award that a lot of people were hoping that Chadwick Boseman was supposed to win. Well, that's nice of Anthony Hopkins to try to like bring the mood back into the show. Oh, Ash, I'm right there with you. It was all extremely entertaining. That's why, I mean, that's one of the reasons why we can't stop talking about it, right? Yeah, Grace, I agree with you too. Like, I do think we're going to hear about this more in the news in the next coming day or two. We're definitely going to be hearing a lot about it for sure. All right, actress in the leading role. I have Jessica Chastain here. I'm curious, what do you guys have? My personal favorite was Kristen Stewart. I thought her acting in Spencer was phenomenal. But after watching Isa Tammy Faye, I mean, Jessica Chastain was just unbelievable. Of course, there's a lot of people thinking that Olivia Colman could potentially run away with this, or Penelope Cruz. We shall see. This was my surprise nominee when they nominated Nicole Kidman for being the Ricardos. I personally think she got nominated because here in the US, you see her in front of every screening you watch at AMC theaters. And huge kudos to her PR person and agent for booking that. Accuracy, I think what's going to be sad is I agree with you on that. And I agree and also sad that people were not able to enjoy Questlove's win for documentary because that happened during that presentation. Boom, Jessica Chastain. Actress win. There you go. Congrats to Jessica Chastain. And I am up 29 points on my Oscar ballot. She had a great year last year. You know, Isa Tammy Faye. And then if anyone watched that show on HBO Max she did with Oscar Isaac, what acting in that series. Jeez. Andrew Garfield, nice nod there. So she is talking about suicide and mental health. So here's a political mention. So I will take a sip of my beverage. All right, as Jessica Chastain is about to complete her speech here, a great speech, by the way. I think she's doing a really great job here. We got one category left. Who do you think will walk away with the best picture? Curious to hear what you guys think, guys and gals. And again, I have to say it. I am completely humbled and honored that you all decided to join in on this stream, this live reaction here. Watch along. For those of you who have been here most of the night, we definitely saw some interesting stuff, especially when you look at the comments in the comment section. I mean, you can't help but talk about what happened with Chris Rock and Will Smith, but I'm glad I was able to share this moment with a lot of you. Oh, Liza Minnelli. Oh, I'm so happy she's there. And oh, wow. I'm sure Lady Gaga is ecstatic to share the stage with her right now. Mel will apologize to the Academy. That's all he really apologized to. Wayne, it hasn't finished yet, but it's about to finish soon, I think, because the final award's about to be announced for Best Picture. Nice one, Pietro. Everyone hates Chris. Hilarious. Yeah. A lot of love for Liza. Well deserved. Hollywood legend, Hollywood and music legend, and Broadway too. Aw, that was sweet. All right. So as we go to this last category, Best Picture, obviously the biggest category of the night, I do have Coda as my selection here. Obviously, if it was up to me, I would give it to Drive My Car. A lot of people are also expecting The Power of the Dog to win, so let's see what happens here. Aw. How excited do you think Lady Gaga is to share the stage? Coda wins! There you go. Coda wins! Coda wins! Oh, that is fantastic. Oh, wow. There you go. Coda wins. Oh, I am so happy for Coda. Well deserved. Again, not a lot of people not a lot of you people were able to watch Coda because again, Apple TV Plus, another subscription service, not the best value right now, but the fact that they do have quality programming and movies on there, Coda is definitely worth the watch. So if you could get a free trial, or you have a friend that has it, or a family member, try your best to catch it because it's such a feel-good movie. Well deserved of this win. I am so happy. So happy. Yeah. No, again, I just want to address some of the comments here. So the Will Smith, Chris Rock thing, I don't think was staged at all. That was pure emotion and disgust from Will. I think Chris Rock just made a joke that he took offense to, and I'm pretty sure we're going to hear a lot about it in the next coming days. So, will he be invited back? Probably. He'll make amends somehow, and he tried his best to apologize to the Academy during his speech. So, yes, during the broadcast, I was sent a link and I played the audio of the link earlier. So, yeah, I know exactly what was said. So it is what it is. It's unfortunate that it had to happen because I felt like it did change the mood of the broadcast. But it led to pure entertainment for sure. But yeah, I am so happy for Coda again. Uh, I think about a month ago, you wouldn't have expected this movie to probably be considered to win Best Picture. But I think, given the fact that the word of mouth spread, more and more people had a chance to watch it, the change of the voting body of the Academy, they were the ones who got Drive My Car, a movie like Drive My Car, recognized in 3 major categories. Troy Kotsur winning supporting actor. Um, I think all signs were leading that this was a potential, like within the last month, because for the longest time, Power of the Dog was the forerunner in this category. But I am very happy that Coda won. Renee, I agree with you. I think they have other things they need to worry about instead of nixing 8 categories in hopes to make the broadcast shorter because it's not working. I think they should totally just reconsider the hosting, the little comedy bits that they have, or whatever. I think last year's show ran smoother, in my opinion. And they had all the categories represented. So, I don't know. All right, looks like they're closing out the show. You got the 3 hosts in PJs and little jammy jams. Well, it looks like that's it. That's the end of the broadcast. So, Very interesting stuff. I will say again, it was interesting, and then we had the moment of the night. And obviously, again, you just take a look in the comments section, you take a look at the word of mouth going around social media right now, and it's about Will Smith and Chris Rock. Who would have thought? It was very interesting to see that happening live. It was very interesting to enjoy this moment with a lot of you watching. And again, thank you so much for joining me and for watching. I hope you had a good time like I did. A lot of good stuff happening, a lot of well-deserved winners throughout the evening. If you were not familiar with a lot of these performances or any of these movies, I do hope you give yourself a moment to catch up and check these movies out, because there was a lot of good options here for sure. But like I said, the talk of the night will unfortunately go to the whole Will Smith and Chris Rock incident. I'm sure we'll hear more about that in the next coming days. Ashley, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Renee, you're not wrong there. Kevin, I'm glad you enjoyed the show. And again, thank you so much to everyone else. You enjoyed this and you want to keep up to date on what I do. I do a lot of videos and podcasts about movies, and I talk about movies with my friend Blake, who unfortunately couldn't make it tonight. But basically, we do this show and we talk about movies. And if you like what you see, don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time a new episode is uploaded. But I will definitely, hopefully, interact with all of you again soon. Good night, everyone. Grace, have a wonderful night. I'm glad you're able to join us, and I hope to see you again in the comments in the future and in future streams. So enjoy your night. We'll more than likely hear about the Will Smith, Chris Rock things for days to come. But I hope you enjoyed it all and appreciate it. So have a good night or morning, depending on where you're from. And I'll catch y'all next time. All right, y'all. Bye-bye.